Thank you for those beautiful bowls and that beautiful voice. And I want to acknowledge the beautiful words of the pastor that really resonated deeply for me. So I want to thank Yolanda for her beautiful poem. It's been interesting watching this program because in the first part, there were very dynamic, passionate speakers. And some of what they said, I so loved their passion. And some of what they said certainly didn't feel nonpartisan. And I noticed discomfort in my body. And it wasn't about the belief system. It was about when we see another as evil or bad or wrong. And I'm troubled because I have friends that are blue that believe that the other guy is evil, and friends that are red that believe the other guy is evil. And I'm reminded of the Dalai Lama when he was shown photographs of Chinese soldiers burning down a Tibetan temple. And he wept. And then the interviewer asked him, how do you feel when you think about Chinese soldiers raping Tibetan women, perhaps murdering Tibetan people? And he wept. And the interviewer kept pushing him, what do you have to say? What do you have to say? And finally the Dalai Lama said, I'm deeply reminded that I must pray equally for the Chinese soldiers as I do for my Tibetan people. This to me is where we're going. This is the movement of human consciousness into a greater field of compassion. And so as I prepare to lead a meditation, I invite us to consider we're not just voting for a Democrat or a Republican, but within ourselves, can we vote to do our best to break out of the bondage of judgment, out of the bondage of right and wrong, out of the bondage of I'm good, he's bad, this is right, this is wrong. I believe that's the vote that is also taking place at this time in human history. So thank you for letting me share that. And I'll invite us all now to get into a relaxed state. And always start with the breath. Consciously breathing at your own pace. And taking a moment between inhale and exhale. Again, moving at your own pace. But in that precious moment between the inhale and the exhale is the void. The void that is infinite, including infinite possibility. It is the womb of creation. For all consciousness expands and contracts, just like our breath. Our life begins with breath and ends with the exhale of our last breath. And in between is the void, infinite possibility. So as you practice breathing consciously, just letting my voice slightly guide you, I invite you to feel beloved Mother Earth, Gaia, underneath you, all around you. And to remember that we are always being held by our true mother, our Pachamama. It's called gravity. So remember, we are always being held, even when we feel alone. And to be grateful for these incredible body temples that allow us to, as spiritual beings, have this human experience, the joy of the sensations and the challenges of the illusion of separation. Thank you, beloved Mother Earth, for this body that even as I speak, is making all these decisions to support my health, my well-being. I also invite us to give thanks to that which has 1,000 names: God, higher power, highest source, higher self, life, the universe, whatever you call it. For myself, I'll call it Father Sky Creator. Of course, not of any real gender, but recognizing that life itself has conspired to create you and I and everything that we see. And giving thanks for Creator to give us this opportunity to experience life and to learn to love. But truly, the meaning of life is to learn to love ourselves and to love each other. And so, in this moment, what can you do to love yourself more fully? Self-love is never selfish. When we love ourselves fully, then we have this overflowing cup, and we naturally want to give to others. It's our nature to contribute to the well-being of others when our cup is full. And for many of us, even when our cup just has a smidgen. And I also ask you, what can you do to practice more love, more compassion for those that you might judge? How can you, I, all of us channel that inner Dalai Lama inside of us to pray equally for all? As within, as without. George Harrison wrote, "Within you, without you." Jesus spoke of it. As we heal ourselves and our inner world, our outer world changes. Our experience of the outer world changes. So let's close this meditation with a minute of silence. And I invite you to hold your own personal highest vision for yourself and for our world at this time. Thank you. Namaste.